Oh, I forgot to put closed captions. It doesn't matter. Oh, I put default stream. I already screwed up the test. Shit. I already screwed it up. I mean, it shouldn't matter. Let's see. Okay. I already screwed. Oh, damn, that shit was loud. Okay. Somebody said ads. I can't stand ads. That's a part of YouTube. When you first join a live stream, you're gonna get an ad. Pretty common. So what am I testing? Thank you. Tests give me an anxiety. Sometimes it does for me too, but there's nothing. I don't have. There's no expectations. There's nothing going on. I don't have any note. I haven't. Doesn't matter what I do. Now I'm multi-streaming right now because I feel like I should get back to streaming on Twitch and Facebook, especially since we're not doing a trial at the moment. And I also want to test this out for when we do have a trial. Let me check. Okay, so I can do 1080 on. I'm streaming at 8 bit rates, which is the unofficial max bit rate for Twitch. If you're streaming any higher, it doesn't let you. Right now, it's telling me Twitch is saying it's too high, but I'm gonna try it anyway, see if it's okay. This is what I want to test. I want to test out a couple of things. Let me show you what I'm talking about. You see, it says unstable, but if you stream this any higher, you won't even get options. Like people watching the video, the live stream, it'll lock you into only 720, and all the transcoding options are gone. So right now we're riding out the limit. I think the problem what happened is when I was doing Letitia Stalk trial and we were having those connection issues, I think part of it was that I was streaming at a higher bit rate than supported on Twitch, and multi-streaming with those past the limit, I think it causes issues. So I wanted to test this out and see if I do it at 8 at 1080. The only downside is that I'm not streaming at 4K, which I really like the 4K streaming. Okay, we're on Facebook as well. Hey Glenda on Facebook, Laura, Dorothy. Oh, you see now the stream's current bit rate is higher than recommended. We recommend you stream at. Okay, so even YouTube's telling me to stream lower. I don't need to stream that high. Let me pop up the chat so I can see. I was gonna look at some random stuff too, random stories for a little bit, just to hang out while we let it. Another thing I learned too a long time ago is that you kind of have to do live tests sometimes, because I've done tests where like I'll test something out and let it run all night long on a private stream and nothing happens. And then I do a test, an actual live test, and like the first 10 minutes, it's like boom. You know, like all kinds of issues. Hey Polani, did you pass the test, Big Queen? Thank you. Happy after birthday. Thanks. Yeah, I'm gonna go tonight. I'm gonna go to dinner with my family because I didn't get to. On my birthday, I had dinner with my mother and Maddie, but there's other family, and I have another family member that has a birthday coming up. So we're just gonna go out tonight and eat dinner. Melissa, I pay for premium too, YouTube Premium. I for a very long time I didn't have it, and somebody noticed it a while back, and they were like, "Oh, you're cheap or something." I was like, "No, I just didn't. I never really cared to get it." But then somebody that I was dating put me onto it, and I was like, "You know what? I'll try it out." And I actually really, really like it. It saves a lot of time. I think premium is really worth it. I like it. And if you watch YouTube a lot, it's going to save you a whole bunch of time. And you also, not only did you get to skip ads, but like YouTube creators, we get a little small portion. It's called YouTube Red, ad revenue. So we get a small portion. If you're watching my video and you have premium, like I get like a little bit of credit for that. What camera am I using? Oh, and by the way, I'm gonna get to that. I ordered a PlayStation 2. All right, but the Slim. The problem with the Slim though, I looked on Reddit. They were saying that like, don't get the Slim, get the fat. All I care is I want to play DDR. So I bought the Slim. It just came today. I don't need the control. The video game is coming in the mail. I don't know when. It should be today or tomorrow. I just want to play Dance Dance Revolution on the TV here. And I bought an adapter because I guess you need an adapter for HDMI. And then the camera, let me show you. The camera is a Sony ZV-1. This is my second one that I've gotten. Because the other one went bad. I don't know why it went bad. I think because of all the streaming, maybe. I don't know. Let's see. I need a better picture. Let's see if I can do that. I have it hooked up. So there's in these cameras, when you're using them for video and like long time streaming, you have to get something called a dummy battery. It's a fake battery, right? And it plugs into the bottom of it, and then it plugs into your outlet. Because if you had an actual battery in there, you'd be having to take it out all the time and put it back in. The thing would be dying all the time. So you get a dummy battery, and then you get a HDMI or whatever cord converter thing, and you plug it into your computer, and you download the software. That's how you do that. Yeah, I miss you guys too, man. I really do miss you guys. Let me tell you, I'm starting to feel a lot better. I'm doing good. The only thing is my knees are hurting me a lot lately. I don't know what the hell is going on. I'm getting old. I have to chill out with working out for a little bit. Yeah, it has a really nice autofocus. This camera is like super easy. You don't have to be... You can go into the custom options if you want, but I mostly have everything on auto. I've made some adjustments, but like most everything's on auto. It's a great camera. I think it's like $800 or $900. Like it's a good starter camera. The only bad thing maybe is that you can't change the lens. I think you can add a lens on top of the lens, but you can't actually change it out. Some people, like professionals, they like to change the lens. This shit is all I need. I've taken this out outdoors, in the woods, to events. Really, really love the camera. My favorite camera. I mean, I never tried another one, so I wouldn't know any better, but happy Friday. Yeah, so Texas Angel, that's a good thing that you say or mention. Texas Angel says, did you see the press release that Kohberger isn't involved in Dana Smithers' case? Yeah, so where the hell did those rumors come from that Bryan Kohberger, was it from officials or did somebody just concoct that shit? Where did it come from that they said that Bryan Kohberger's parents were subpoenaed because of this other woman that went missing, and so they think he's linked and involved? Where did that shit come from? Corey Richards, is that the one that killed the husband, father with fentanyl? Is that one? Any plans for Memorial Day? No, I don't think so. Maddie wants to go. I went today. I'm going to post it on my Instagram later. If you follow me on Instagram, check out my, I'm posting some videos later after I put it together. But I did what, she has swimming classes. Her school takes her to this place, all the kids. I didn't know that you could volunteer, so I signed up to volunteer, and I went today. And all the kids were swimming. It was really cute. Like they're learning to swim, like they're getting comfortable with the water. It's like they're just learning. It was really cool. So I went and did that today. But she told me this weekend she wants to practice more. So if the weather permits, I'll take her outside, like to play or whatever, like to swim, try to practice more. But yeah, I don't really have any plans now. Red base, internet sleuths. So the internet sleuths, I feel like with this Kohberger shit, people just keep concocting whatever the fuck. And it's not only just that people are concocting it, because I remember when I was covering it, I was getting these stories from these news articles, like was it People or whatever? Was it People? And they were like, oh, I don't know, the vegan shit, which is actually really funny, I thought. Or not the pizza thing. I don't remember. But then it's like you have these supposed official people talking about this shit like it's a fact. You know what? You probably know who I'm talking about. These supposed official people, huge people, ex FBI, whatever. I don't know how much of it, but I'm just like, like, well, what is going on? So I saw that, and let me tell you, I'm glad that the police posted that to kind of clear up shit, because sometimes people don't even say shit. Some of these police people or officials, they just let shit ride, yo. I wish I could find the post. I don't know where it's at anymore, but I did see it somewhere. They just let the shit ride. I'm gonna show you some other story. So I was tagged on Twitter, the world of Twitter. Which, by the way, there was two people that were upset about the voice thing. I did the reading. Like, it's kind of annoying. And there was one other person too with the Brian Laundrie. All the Brian's taking L's. There was somebody that left me a comment the other day, and they were like upset because they were saying that like it's not weird or some shit, and that that person watched other YouTubers and that the other YouTubers didn't say it was weird, and that everybody's just saying it was weird because I said it was weird. That shit is fucking weird. If my mother wrote me a letter like that, talking about changing her guts out and she'd be here with the shovel and body, and all, I would be highly concerned. I would start thinking like, I don't know, is your mental, should we take you to a doctor? Should we get you, like, I don't know, can I help you? Like, can we do something? Do you want to see a psychologist, psychiatrist? But I guess in the day we're in, day and age, and everybody's different, to me that shit's weird. I don't care what other YouTubers are saying. Oh, it's normal. That shit to me was odd. That's just odd. Let me see. Somebody sent me this. Tag me in this. Actor Jefferson Machado found dead inside trunk. Wow. Buried at Rio de Janeiro home. Uh-oh. Soap opera actor Jefferson Machado, who vanished nearly 5 months ago, has been found dead in a trunk outside of a home in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. The actor's passing was confirmed on his Instagram page by family friend Sunita. Wow. Authorities said that the body of 44-year-old was discovered bound and stuffed inside a wooden chest, which has been encased in concrete and buried 6 feet beneath the backyard of the house in the Campo Grande neighborhood. That shit is weird. That letter, I don't care. I mean, everybody has a different opinion. That's just weird as hell to me, bro. Now it's not proof that Roberta knew. I guess it could be coincidental. It's a screwed up, crazy coincidence if that's what it is. But even leaving out Gabby's death, that letter is pretty weird to me. I mean, unless you guys, whoever it is into some weirdo shit. It is with great regret that we inform you that Jeff was found dead 5/22. Authorities said the body of the 44-year-old was discovered bound and stuffed inside a wooden chest encased concrete, buried 6 feet beneath the back. So they really, I wonder how they found him. He had his arms tied behind his head and buried in a trunk that is very similar to the ones in his own house. The attorney said the corpse was identified using fingerprints and had a line on the neck indicating that he was strangled. Wow. Police footage show the trunk getting exhumed. Let's take a look. Let's see what the trunk looks like. This is interesting. I probably could have done a video on this. There's a bunch of stories that I could do. I hope by next week we can start getting back into regular live streaming. That's why I wanted to test out the multi-streaming, because I figured we need to get back on Twitch and Facebook to be everywhere if possible. Let's see. Are we still live? Okay, fine. It's running smooth, right? Okay. Okay. So Machado, who lived in Rio de Janeiro, is believed to have known the person who rented out the property where his body was found and was seen entering it a month ago. Oh, maybe they have a suspect. Wow, that's it right there. I wonder how. Wow. 6 feet under the floor of the outhouse that was rented by the property owner to a man who has been identified by Rio de Janeiro authorities but not yet arrested. I wonder if there was some beef or he just didn't want to pay the rent. Wow, let's take a look. Oh shit. No. Sorry. Really loud. Sorry. Oh, Jeff, you're right about that, actually. Jeff, thank you for the super chat. Says, do you have a key light for your face? As a photographer, that's what I would suggest. I don't, but I'm going to order it right now because you know what? I've been telling myself this shit for like months because the light is coming from one side. And if I turn on that light, it could come from that side, but there's no light in front of me. So my face is dark. The other thing too, there's not much space between the desk and the wall, but I could find something probably. I do need that key light. That's what they call it, key light. Key light for streaming, yeah. Okay. How about that circle light? I see the key lights. Is that what I need, a key light? How about that little ring circle I see all these YouTubers having? Oh, sorry. That's a good question. And I see you state, who said that? They said, yeah, easy. How did they know where to look? Because I was thinking maybe in the ground they had left like some sort of impression, or maybe it was obvious, but looking at this here, it looks pretty, like you couldn't tell. Or maybe you can tell, I guess, that there's new concrete placed there, right? It's like different compared to the other ground there, I guess. Maybe that's how they're able to tell. Surely, no. Wow. Bro, that's crazy to see. It took 9 individuals, including 7 civil police agents, to remove the trunk from the hole. A lawyer told local news outlets that the trunk belonged to Machado and had been previously taken out of his home. Oh. Jefferson was coldly and brutally murdered by envious, evil, and of course, unscrupulous people. Cynthia, she better watch out too. Cynthia, you better watch out. A friend of the family wrote on the actor's Instagram account. Machado's last acting job was in the record TV soap opera Reyes in 2022. He had not been seen since January 27 and was officially declared missing on February 9th. Holy shoot. Shirley, you asked about Noel. I haven't seen anything. I'll do a quick check on the official Facebook for the police department. Noel Alvarez, was it? Rodriguez? I don't see nothing. Oh look, May 17th was the last thing. They put I think they're making a playground in his name. Noel Angel Alvarez. Nothing though. There was something weird that I saw the other day. I guess weird. Yeah. Let me finish going through this article and then I'll talk about it. I'm all over the place. Machado's family learned he had disappeared after a non-governmental agency reached out to them to tell them that his 8 dogs had been left abandoned at his home. Each of the dogs had their own tracking device. 2 of them died and 6 are being treated at a veterinarian center. Ooh. So they just got left for dead after you. It's guy was killed. His 73-year-old mother, Maria, told Brazilian outlet Noticias do Dia that she last spoke to Machado on January 29 and said he had traveled to Sao Paulo to interview for a job and staying at a friend's home. She became worried when she stopped getting calls from him, only received text messages that were misspelled, probably wasn't him. He also said that he dropped his cell phone in the toilet, therefore he was unable to make a video call. So these people probably buying time. The family
yes, we're TA, we're waiting.
Let me get this. Sorry. Video started auto-playing. Okay. The family became increasingly worried when his cloud's password was changed. So they had his device manipulating it and his location was deactivated. How would they change the password? They would have to have his password to change the password, right? Did they force it out of him before they killed him? Like, did they torture him or something to get the password? That's possible. As recently as last week, Das Doris was still holding on to hope that Machado was still alive and his disappearance had taken a toll on the family, including another son and grandson. Wow. Police have reported he died of natural causes. Well, for Brazil anyway. I doubt that, but I almost get the... I get the... What's the right word? The cynicism? The I don't want to say dark humor. Maybe that's what it is, or the sarcasm somewhat, because a lot of times in these overseas cases, some horrible shit happens, and these countries are like, "Oh yeah, natural causes." Like what was the black girl that went to Mexico? Didn't they at first say natural causes or some shit, or when she got into a fire with a friend? Oh yeah, I guess they haven't discovered sarcasm in Annapolis yet. Total sarcasm, but there's like truth to that. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of time in these countries, man, you're not going to really solve shit. All right, the weird kind of update, somewhat. I've been waiting for more information for this case to come out. So you guys remember that lady, the EMT lady, right? This lady that she was supposed to testify against this guy that has charges for rape. She was supposed to be like one of the key witnesses. She was an EMT. She was allegedly being stalked by that very same person that she was supposed to testify against. And then I think it was the day of testimony or something like that. This woman disappears. Then she turns up later because she's seen walking into a convenience store with, like, I think her shirt's ripped. I think her breasts are exposed. She had claimed that they were trying to burn her, right? Weird story. Lots of missing pieces. Doesn't make sense because the guy that she was supposed to testify against and the guy that had been allegedly stalking her was only charged for the previous stalking incidents. He wasn't charged like in her disappearance or like holding her against her will. So it's like, who was holding this woman? Why wasn't he charged for anything? She hasn't spoken up. It's just odd and bizarre. So check this shit out, because I was looking the other day and that shit just still had me like questioning, like, I don't really get it. I don't really get it. So I saw this article. I've been waiting to tell you guys, but I was like, I wanted to wait for something more before I even talk about it. But since we're just chilling here, on the same day that prosecutors dropped charges against the man accused of stalking Cleveland EMT who went missing, that EMT is speaking out, making her first public comments on News 5. During a court hearing Thursday morning, Cleveland youth baseball coach Michael Stennett, 65, was freed on bond after the Sayugahoga, whatever the hell you say that, county prosecutor's office dismissed felony charges related to allegations he was stalking. What? I'm confused by this. So dismissed felony charges related to Ali. I'm confused by this because when we were hearing like the articles that I had read, it's not like she was just saying that she was being stalked. I thought that like she had reported it to her employer. This guy allegedly was showing up to the scenes where she was responding to like people in distress needing help. This dude would supposedly would just be standing out there, like staring at her, like breathing, just staring and shit. So the charges were dropped. Dismissed felony charges. Quijoga. Thank you, Liz. Quijoga. So in a statement released to First News 5, the prosecutor's office wrote, "We have inconsistent evidence to substantiate the stalking complaint." The statement also said the investigation will continue and numerous law enforcement agencies are involved in the investigation. Court records state Stennett was placed on electronic GPS monitoring in order to stay away from Jordan. Meanwhile, Jordan spoke out for the first time since her disappearance to News 5 investigator Sarah Budusan. On Thursday, Jordan said she was kidnapped and ran when I got the chance. Jordan said she was not ready to speak on camera about what happened and declined to share any additional details. She said the police told her not to discuss her case further because it is still under investigation. No arrests have been made. I find that odd as hell. Very odd. Jordan said she is still in the hospital recovering from injuries. She said she is grateful for her Cleveland EMS colleagues and everyone else who searched for her. She said her family has visited her, including her 2 children. Surveillance video shows Jordan limping into an open pantry, a convenience store on 16625 Ulcid Avenue 1 week ago. At the time, she had been missing for 5 days. Stennett still faces 2 counts of rape and 1 count of abduction in Quijoga. Okay, I got that. I think this time, County Court of Common Pleas. News 5 does not usually reveal the name of individuals who tell police they are sexually assault victims, but Jordan gave approval to News 5 to report that Stennett is accused, of raping Jordan. I didn't even get down this far into the article. I didn't know that she's the victim. Bro, it's just like, this is weird. Stennett had been offered a plea deal, according to the prosecutor's office. Jordan said she was unhappy with the deal. She was scheduled to do an on-camera interview with News 5 on May 8th before a pre-trial hearing in the case. It is unclear if the same plea deal is still being offered to Stennett. This is so bizarre, man. Jordan first reached out to News 5 in January. She was concerned Stennett was still working at the Zelma Watson George Recreation Center despite facing felony rape charges. After our report aired, Stennett was placed on unpaid administrative leave. So this guy had a job with rape charges? I mean, I know you're considered, I guess, innocent until proven guilty, but usually a lot of these jobs won't F with you. You get something like that. Jordan complained Stennett was stalking her after that report aired. She told police Stennett stood outside her home and refused to leave on January 4th. A civil protection order was issued on January 13th. After Jordan complained to Cleveland police that Stennett was following her in his personal vehicle, Quijoga Common Pleas Judge William Vaudfrey reminded him of his obligation to comply fully with the no contact order, and he warned he may be placed on GPS monitoring, which to me, it's kind of like, bro, if you're accused of something like, it's kind of tricky, right? But if this person is legitimately stalking somebody and you have those kind of charges, once you're not following the no contact orders and shit, they should put your ass on GPS or even evade or even jailed. If there are credible further reports of his troubling the complaining witness during an April 25th hearing, according to the court docket. News 5 reached out several times to Dan Stennett's attorney. He did not return calls. Then its next pretrial hearing is May 30th. Maybe that's another one to add to the calendar. I don't know. Or at least keep an eye on. That story is weird. I'm actually going to clip this thing, I think, and post it later so the people that didn't come for the test stream can hear it. This was actually a good enough update. I only read like half this article before, not knowing there was more. Let me see. I got some... I already lost my dates area. Let's see, type it in. Dates. There we go. Okay. So Stennett's next hearing, May 30th. Okay. It's odd. It's odd. It's odd. I mean, it's kind of weird because maybe I should show the video of her walking in. I've shown it before, but
and it's the breaking news.
It's kind of weird because, like, I just don't know why there weren't arrests made if you were kidnapped, right? Which I believe her. I mean, it seems very, but like, couldn't she be like, this is who kidnapped me? If it was this guy, wouldn't it be open and shut? Was there other people? I forgot how long she was missing for. I need a timeline.
The community, her family relieved Tanisha, but still a lot of questions.
Oh man, so many questions, Danita, and we're still learning more on the hour every minute. But you know what? We're working to figure out, who took Lachelle? What happened to her while she was away? How she got free? All that still unknown. Cleveland police not releasing any more information at this time, despite questions sent over to them. Now, we do know Lachelle was found just before midnight. She was found at this convenience store. It's Open Pantry here on 166 and Euclid. Again, she called 911 from this store. The surveillance video you saw first on News 5, we're going to cue it up for you so you can see, shows Lachelle walking inside the store. She's limping, she's barefoot, her clothes ripped with what was said to be blood or burn stains on her shirt. The store clerk telling our team Lachelle appeared to be hurt. He told us she gave her a phone to call for help.
I come to the store inside and give the store phone to her, and she called the police, and police come and help to her. I see that kind of things to hear. That I help to them like a phone to contact everyone. Then when she get the phone, then she immediately called the police.
Now, we did get a copy of a call between Cleveland and East Cleveland dispatchers. That call and dispatcher confirming Lachelle called 911, telling dispatchers she was kidnapped. Now, we've been in touch with Lachelle's father as well. Of course, he has so many questions. Their family, though, relieved, happy. The daughter, Lachelle, has been safe. But again, so many questions, left to be answered. Investigator Sarah Buttison and I on site here still working to push for more answers. We'll, of course, bring those to you on air and online. For now, I'm Tanisha Cordell, News 5.
Yeah, I'm going to clip that later if I have time to post the video. I think that'll be a good update. But yeah, really kind of weird story. Dude, with the ZV-1 camera, you can set your f-stop to 1.8. That does... Oh, really? Mine is at 1.8 right now. F 1.8. For a super dope soft background behind you. Yeah. Mine, I definitely didn't set it like that, but that's I can see right now. It's at 1/30, whatever that means. F 1.8, and then ISO 320. It's an amazing camera. I love it. It's a really, really good camera. That's why I bought a second one. That's how much I liked it. Thanks, Ashley. Appreciate that. Yeah, I always repeat the stuff that I'm doing. Some people might get tired of it, but like I tell people just in case, like, I don't know, sometimes people hear it and they try to, do it themselves or take care of themselves. But yeah, I'm getting my sleep. I'm gonna restrict my alcohol. It was my birthday. I was drinking on my birthday, but I'm going out tonight. Tonight, my plan is just to have 2 glasses of champagne. I'm not gonna drink anything hard. Just 2 glasses of champagne. Enjoy my dinner. But yeah, getting sleep, exercise, and I think the break has really helped out too. So I think we're good. I think no issues. Ignite said, I'm Twitch. I'm trying to figure out how to use Amazon Prime sub on here. Do you have a link? Mo sent me the link a long time ago. Let's see, I don't know if I can. Okay, Mo. Okay, I think I have the link. I had to do a search. I'll post it in the chat. I'm going to post you. This link gives you the instructions how to do it. It's really easy once you have the link. I'll post it there. Leilani, I haven't checked on Leilani, man. Let me see. There's been an update with Layla Cavett. That trial got pushed back to August. There's a bunch of like little things happening. There was something with Sarah Boone too that I actually want to do a video on. There's a lot of little snippet of stuff going on, I think. I don't think anything like major stuff, but like snippets of things. Leilani. I don't see anything new. See, there was something else. I had a couple of friends to send me links. Let's see, what's this? There was this. Oh no, I don't know where that went. D-Land sent me a crazy story the other day too, but I need to. It's very graphic, so I need to. Short video shooting. Oh, it's censored. Yeah, I don't want to play this, so I'm gonna need to pre-screen. What I can do, I kind of don't want to give away all the stories that I might cover because you know then you're not gonna watch it. Oh, this has the video of these guys shooting the dog. Jesus Christ. Armed officers gunned down 2 out-of-control dogs. Let me see what happens. Oh, they don't show it? We can read the article and not play the video. I still have about 25 minutes maybe. Okay. Let's read this article. Let's check this out. This is in the UK. Let's check out what's going on in the UK. By the way, anybody that's into politics, it's going to get pretty crazy. It's going to be, I'm watching from the sidelines, you know? I'm watching, I don't really plan to cover any of the politics stuff, but I am watching because it's somewhat entertaining for me. And I saw what happened. I saw what happened on Twitter with Elon Musk and Ron DeSantis. And the whole glitching and all that stuff, which you know, I guess they had a lot of people, but at the same time, it's a very basic. Twitter Spaces is very basic. It's just audio. It's not like you're running video, like a video stream or live stream type of. I mean, it is live streaming, but it's just audio. So the rollout wasn't great. And they were also saying he was reading from some scripted stuff, which, I mean, I don't know. But, oh yeah, a lot of people are taking shots. It's getting messy. And it's just the beginning. So I'm definitely going to be watching to see what happens. I got to remove these screens. Let me get rid of the shit. Been meaning to chuck these screens for a while. This is all from Letitia Stokes, though. Okay, gone. So there's this thing going on. Petition demanding Met Police be held accountable for shooting dead dogs. Marshall and Millions hits 1 million after standoff when officers also tasered their homeless owner. Let me just look again one time. It's giving content warning, graphic warning. Yeah, the images are okay. I don't think I can play the video. This is a story that I really kind of need to pre-screen videos and stuff before. But so Louis Turnbull, 46, who was tasered and arrested at the scene, appeared in court earlier this week, charged with being the owner of a dog that was dangerously out of control after a woman was allegedly attacked by one of them. Police were called to Poplar, East London, just after 5 p.m. on May 5th to report reports of a dog attack, where they found a woman with a leg injury, which did not require hospital treatment, Witnesses to the attack have claimed she became caught up in the dog's leads and was not badly hurt. Animal rights campaigners have put their backing behind the petition, which describes the killing of the dogs, both of whom were on leads. I guess leads means I don't even know the word anymore. Leash, right? Leash. At the time, as barbaric and abhorrent. They claim the dogs named Millions and Marshall were not dangerously out of control, and also accuse officers of causing suffering to the animals. So they killed 2 dogs. Rescue dog trainer and handler Sadie, who began the petition, wrote, "This is easily one of the most disgusting, abhorrent. I feel like I'm saying that wrong. It's just abhorrent. Just sounds
Abhorrent.
I guess that's it. Abhorrent. Okay. And totally unjustifiable videos I have ever seen. Once again, the Met Police needs to be held criminally accountable for their unlawful actions and their unacceptable abuse of power." She added, police officers continue to claim in their statement that these dogs were dangerously out of control, and yet again, video evidence shows this not to be the case. The dogs even immediately calmed down when their owner asked them to. I just feel like we gotta watch the video. So why then is it acceptable for the police not to only taser their owner, but shoot and kill both dogs at close range? One of which seemingly doesn't die straight away either and is left to suffer on the canal path while shocked onlookers are left screaming. And why too does one of the police officers who has one of the dogs secure in a catch pole then choose to release the dog and let it run back to its owner, only to be shot? No way! As it runs away. The harrowing footage of the incident, which happened just yards from the boat where Mr. Turnbull was living with his dogs, was widely shared on social media. The Met Police have cleared 2 officers of misconduct who shot the pets dead in East London, although the IOPC investigation is now underway after a series of complaints about the incident. Both officers remain on active duty. In the meantime, at a recent protest outside the Met Police's headquarters, Mr. Turnbull gave his account of what took place on May 7th. They pulled out all their weapons. They were intimidating me and the dogs, and all they were doing was trying to protect me of the dogs. I had them on a lead. I was pulling them away, and they just murdered them. I can't sleep. He added, it was just so disgusting. All I was doing was trying to get them back in the boat, and I was going to come out and speak up to the police, but they weren't having it. At the protest, Mr. Turnbull was joined by hundreds of members in the public and activists from Animal Rising. So that's one of those things we have to watch the video. I just can't play the video now because I need to pre-screen it. I can put it in the on Discord if you want me to email it. I have mixed feelings, but I feel like before I would need to see the video, because I do feel like if there's dogs acting wild, like actually attacking people, if they can't control, they need to be put down. I don't know what the situation was, because they said there's some lady that was attacked. I don't know how. They said that she wasn't hospitalized, but co-founder of Animal Rising, Dan, who attended the vigil, said the police have continued to act out of line with their job to serve and protect us all, now resulting in the shooting of 2 beautiful dogs who hours before were happy and full of life. We're here to show that as a community, we will stand together and be peaceful and defiant in the face of injustice. Mr. Kidby added, we stand with the communities disproportionately after or affected by increased police powers. We stand with the non-violent protesters from Just Stop Oil and Republic arrested without reason last weekend. We stand with everyone sad and outraged by the murder of the 2 dogs on Poplar on Sunday. A spokesperson for the Met Police described their version of events earlier this month as a part of their inquiries to safeguard the public. Local officers supported by specialists from Dog Support Unit and Specialist Firearms Command spoke to a male in the vicinity who was in possession of the 2 dogs. Following this interaction, which failed to bring the dogs satisfactorily under control, police firearms officers destroyed the 2 dogs at the scene. Damn, what a word to use. Okay. Destroyed. Police firearms officers destroyed the 2 dogs at the scene. The owner of the dogs was arrested at the scene. Police taser was discharged. He was taken into custody and later charged. Mr. Turnbull was was charged with being the person or owner of a dog that was dangerously out of control and being in possession of custody of a dog. Wallace disqualified from owning or keeping a dog. What? Being in possession or custody of a dog, Wallace disqualified? So was that something like, was he banned from keeping a dog? From owning a dog? I wonder, has he had problems before with police? Has he had other run-ins with police? So he's set to appear in Snaresbrook Crown Court on June 6. IOPC Regional Director Amanda Rose said, "We understand the public concern regarding this incident, and it is appropriate that it should be independently investigated. We will examine whether the actions of the officers involved were reasonable and proportionate in all circumstances and in line with the relevant policy and procedure." Let me see the petition. Petition. Hmm. 114 signed. Yeah, I don't know. I'm going to check out the video at some point, I guess. I think this video is not even censored. I think this is the raw. I mean, those dogs, I don't know, this video, bro. Let me see. I can show it up to. Jesus. Oh, so they don't show it here. All right, so let's watch it. They don't actually show the shooting. Good. We can check out this video. I just wanted to be sure. We can at least kind of see what happens before. Oh shit. Did he let go of the leash? See, I mean, that, bro, I mean, that's dangerous there. It looked like he let go of the leash. This is a really tough situation, man, because if a woman's calling that she was attacked by a dog, I mean, they have to come and address the situation. And then what? Are they really just going to let these dogs go? Like, all right, just go on your way. Be good, behave, please, bye. You know, I don't.
The drama. Whole neighborhood had to watch. What the hell?
What? Get yourself to fuck on it, taser me.
Very hard to pick whose side I'm on because the dogs look very scary, but also a cab.
You set the dog. You try to fucking arrest him.
I mean, I don't know. And the thing is, man, I'm just trying to look at this objectively. I mean, we're still missing. It seems like maybe the before and after, but this guy's being really aggressive too to me. So like his dogs are going to be out like that too. And this guy, he has, you know, the little net thing because I guess they're trying to like maybe they wanted to take him. I don't know. The dogs. That's a good question, Layla, and that's what I'm wondering. Maybe we can look into this more at some other time if we do cover it. But why wasn't he supposed to own a dog? There's something. What was, if he had other instances? What were the other instances? Right. That he, for the reason of him not being able to own dogs, what happened before? Because would you feel differently if there was another case where somebody else was attacked by a dog?
Will you shut the fuck up? Got no injuries. I'm not giving them up, mate.
Alright, it's kind of mean to take this dog.
So they're trying to take the dog. He doesn't want to give him up.
Fuck you, do me. Do me. Go.
So wait, what is he saying? To do what? He said, "Do it, effing do it."
Fuck you, do me. I'm not giving them up, mate.
Alright, it's kind of mean to take.
I'm not giving them up, mate.
Oh.
Alright, it's kind of mean to take this dog.
Fuck you, do me.
Hmm.
Do me.
I don't know, bro. I don't know, dude. What do you? Let me see what you guys are saying in the chat. Not the dog's fault. Martin says. B says the guy walked up and shot the dog just feet away. I might have to look at the actual shooting later. I can't do it now. And it's not on this thing, but I think D-Land did send me a video. Oh, that one's censored too. I'm just kind of wondering what happened right when they shot. You know, like, is there something that happened that they felt they needed to shoot him right there? Let's see what else. Elsa, thank you so much for the super chat. Bloop bloop. Camila says owner needs to stop screaming. I feel like when the owner's being like that too, and I guess he feels defensive, he doesn't want to give up the dogs, but it's making the dogs more tense and angry too when you're screaming like that. And the way he's holding up, I don't know if that's normal, but like holding him up by the collar, like lifting him off the ground. Isn't that what he does? Like he's literally holding onto their collar and like lifting him off the ground. I don't know if that's normal. I don't know. The dog owners can tell me. I guess he's trying to restrain him. I don't know.
I'm not giving them up, mate.
Alright, it's kind of mean to take this dog.
Fuck you, do me. Do me.
Okay, it's not the neck. Well, it's kind of like the strap, the shoulder thing, whatever. Okay, it's not like around the neck. It's a shoulder, kind of shoulder thing.
Go on.
I guess that's when the shooting took place. So this guy's name, let me see. Louis Turnbull. I'm just kind of curious about the whole, why was he not able to own dogs? Or he's a homeless man. He lived near the area. I mean, there's a lot of support behind this guy. So, I mean, fundraiser. Louis Turnbull banned from owning dogs. I just want to know. A man has appeared in court. Let's see. Yeah, I don't get that. There's some weird stuff going on. So there's got to be a little bit more to this story. I wonder what the locals are saying. I'm just on the world of TikTok, right? The reliable sources of TikTok. But I just wanted to get a feel for what people are saying around there. How about the screaming lady who made up the story? Those poor innocent dogs attacked her and her dog. The law system is broken. She didn't, though. Someone called because other dog was attacked before the video was taken. There is a witness that say they never touched her or her dog. So there's like, I don't know, this back and forth. They attacked the dog before this, a brown dog, because he was banned from having dogs. From all this, 5 dogs gone in his care. That's what I'm kind of wondering. What happened before? What else is behind this whole ban of dogs? That he's not allowed to have dogs. Somebody's here claiming that the woman with the white dog should be charged for lying. Somebody else says she didn't call them, though, and was begging for them not to call. So somebody else called. It was meant to have been her husband that called. A lot of people are pissed. People are saying there's nothing wrong. They were on leads. I sent the video of the guy explaining. Okay, Dylan, let's see. This is the lady screaming. Okay, let's take a look at that first. Wait, is this somebody else? Is this the same lady? Oh. Oh shit, so she's crazy. She's the one without the dog on the leash, it looked like. This is from a different day, though, I guess. It looks dark or an evening time. So this is the incident? Really? It look. I mean, this is by the canal. This don't look like they're by a canal. This is the incident. Oh, so did the dog get... What happened? And why is the dog not on her leash? Her dog did yelp. Yes, the dog was yelping. Is this what started the whole thing? I don't, because the way the video starts, all you just see is the yelping, so you don't know what happened. So okay, so this could be where the incident started. Maybe somebody calls the cops, he walks off, and he's last seen by this canal. That's where he's confronted, I guess. It just looked like... It just looks like daylight to me here, though. But it looks like, I don't know. Dogs yelp when scared. Take the woman out, not the dog. This is weird. All right, so let me see. There's a video you said of a guy explaining it. Short video of the shooting. Okay. CNN discussion about it. All right, let's listen to what CNN said. CNN?
defended their handling of an incident in which 2 dogs were shot dead and a man tasered. The Met Police said it was called just after 5 p.m. on Sunday to reports of a woman being attacked by a dog in East London. Footage on social media, which...
And the thing about, and I don't have much to have to head out really soon. We don't have 15 minutes to watch this. The thing with those reports, though, too, is that somebody can report anything doesn't mean it actually happened. They could have just report what they interpreted.
Which you can see here if you're watching us on television, shows a man holding 2 dogs before he was tasered and the dogs shot.
Let me just see. I hope they don't show the shooting.
The police could be heard trying to persuade the man to surrender the dogs. The situation became increasingly heated before the dogs were killed. So was this just the police doing their job or needless animal cruelty? To debate this, I'm delighted to welcome animal rights activist Robert Gordon and former Detective Chief Superintendent in the Met, Kevin Hurley. But let's speak to Gordon first, Robert Gordon. Robert, thanks very much for coming in.
No worries.
What was your reaction when you saw that footage of the dogs being shot?
Well, it's really hard to watch, Mark. I was heartbroken. I think I'm still affected by it, and I think a lot of people who saw it are as well. And I was at a vigil last night with a couple of hundred people who came down to Scotland Yard to mourn, and to express their upset and heartbreak at this incident.
These dogs, however, are in the aggressive category, aren't they? I mean, this is a breed that can do damage.
Well, I think that's part of the problem here, is that we classify any dog as dangerous without getting to know their character first.
Indeed, but don't these sorts of breeds have the physical potential to cause so much more destruction than, let's say, a Jack Russell?
Well, they're bigger, that's for sure.
And sometimes bred for fighting?
Well, I couldn't comment on these dogs in particular, but I worked at the RSPCA for a couple of years, and I've had countless dogs come through, and it's often the smaller ones that are most vicious. But they're all lovely at the end of the day, and they just want a loving home, they just want loving caregivers, and they don't deserve to be shot in the street.
Of course, unfortunately, as you will know with your time at the RSPCA and as an animal rights campaigner, that unfortunately dogs are sometimes weaponised by their owners, sometimes by criminals, as the equivalent of a knife or a gun.
Mills.
How were the police to know that that wasn't the case on Sunday?
I think anyone watching the video can see quite clearly that the police were escalating the situation, if anything, and the course of action that they took was completely unnecessary, but it's probably symptomatic. This isn't an isolated incident. It's symptomatic of the Met's problems. We know, for example, that a report showed that they're institutionally racist.
Oh, shit. So they brought out racism, too. Oh, Lord.
Sexist. And this is just one of those instances of the Met not performing.
But what's the institutional, what's the cultural issue regarding animals in your view?
I think it's a cultural issue in society that and that was really summed up in the Met statement about this. They said 2 dogs were destroyed at the scene. I wouldn't describe killing anyone.
That was, hey, didn't I say it? That was weird, the verbiage of like destroyed. I'm like, okay, yeah, all right.
Certainly not an animal as destroying them. They're individuals. And I think when we objectify animals, when we see them like this, it opens the door to harming them, whether that's, in this instance, the police executing a dog on the street.
Objectifying animals. Are we worried about their feelings now?
No, but I think it's very clear that this language enables them to be exploited, enables them to be killed like this. And yeah, it's not just in the street in this instance by the Met, but it's in our food system when we farm and send them to slaughter. It's this week we've heard that the government are now allowing testing of cosmetics on animals, which has been banned for years. So it's this kind of objectification that opens the door to maltreatment.
But these dogs, going back to it, before I bring our ex-cop in, these creatures, they're massive, they're strong. If a child had been nearby and the police weren't to know that there weren't children nearby, it was a residential area, that child could have been killed. I mean, this is the class of dog we're talking about here. Why is it for the police to take that chance?
I think that's being slightly overdramatic. The videos that came out at the incident itself, which is playing now, but also since then of the dogs, they're really lovely dogs, those 2 individuals. They're sitting on the tube, cuddling up to
Well, those dogs are very lovely when they're happy with their owner, but not when they're snarling on the street or in the park.
Well, I don't think there's any evidence of them snarling.
Oh, please.
Well, we have the video footage in
Yeah,
which
come on,
they're,
bro.
on their hind
All right, don't be delusional now. Let's have an honest conversation, but we don't need to be
legs. They're barking, they're growling at police officers.
peacefully
I think if
barking.
I was surrounded by 7 men
shit.
with guns, I would also be terrified. And that was what I was understanding from their body language, was that they were scared, but certainly not aggressive. And indeed, the second dog who was shot in the back was running back to their owner and certainly
that's
not
horrible.
attacking the
So the
police.
thing is,
Okay,
so we haven't seen the full video because according to the report, yeah, at some point the guy had the dog, I think, in something, and then he lets the dog go back to his owner, and then he shoots the dog in the back. I don't know what the purpose of that was.
Well, that's Robert's view. Do stay with us, Robert. Let's bring in former Detective Chief Superintendent.
The same sort of dog as that, a pit bull terrier, because they live part-time in Africa where he lives. He's a beautiful, lovely dog, cuddle up to you and so on and so forth, until he sees a monkey or a baboon on the ground, and he turns into an absolute uncontrollable wild nutter, completely out of control. He tears the monkeys to pieces, fights the baboons, and it's actually quite terrifying to see him go. The issue with dogs of this size, and they fit into a category which are banned by law under the Dangerous Dogs Act, Doggo Argentina, Doggo Brasilia, Japanese Tosas, and American Pit Bulls, which these ones are, is they are so strong and so powerful that when they lock on with their jaws, firstly, you cannot get them off what they're locked onto, because I've tried. And secondly, they go utterly berserk because it is bred into their genes that they are fighting dogs. The clue is in the name Pit Bull Terrier, because these are developed from English Bull Terriers that were once put into fighting pits. So let's be clear, these are beautiful, lovely, furry dogs, which we did see in the tube, actually, sitting on seats meant to be for people, whilst their owner broke the law by drinking alcohol on the train. And had you or I dared to say, would you mind if I sat on that seat, or my child sat on that seat, I wonder quite how things would have gone from there. So let's finish that point and park what was going on that lovely tube scene. What we've got now is an incident where police officers were called to 2 dogs out of control attacking a woman who had to run off and lock herself in the car. When you turn up to face a threat like that, and these are a serious threat, it's actually quite scary and terrifying. And the evidence of that is the fact there is, in fact, a dog handler there with a long pole and a leash on it. There's also a person there with a shotgun, and there's also a police officer with a shield. They are under no doubt as to the potential threat. They are confronting someone that they know is banned from dog ownership and is a criminal.
See, that's what I was saying. That when we read that report, that's what I'm wondering. Why was he banned? Because I was saying, would it change your... I mean, of course, nobody wants a dog dead, but would it change your opinion if you had some sort of previous issues with dogs, if there are previous attacks, all kinds of, who knows? I don't know.
And when they tried to speak to him, he is so out of control and so non-compliant that they feel they need to use a taser on this particular chap. Now, the dogs, sadly for those 2 lovely dogs, and I would like to own them where I live, they are seriously dangerous and out of control. If they come off the lead and they hit one of those police officers, they will take out their jugular vein, their femoral artery, rip their face off, or lock on to their thigh, and they'll be permanently disabled. If they go by those people in that state, and there's a good chance they would, because pit bulls are super fast and super quick, that's why they're used for fighting, the next person who gets in the way is likely to suffer very serious injury. So the 2 dogs were shot, one in the first instance, the second one, when the owner was then being overpowered by the police officers, the other dog that was still tied to the dog that had been shot, then tried to get back to where the owner was. Clearly, that was not to give a kiss to his owner. He would have steamed into one of those 3 police officers trying to hold.
All right. I don't know. I haven't seen the video, so I feel like maybe later I'll watch it just to see what's the talk, right? Because we haven't seen the video. We just see the before. Somebody said, is he drunk? A nutta. I like how they say nutta over there. Nutta. I'm gonna start using that shit. A nutter. Oh, she was a nut. Okay, it's kind of hard to make it sound good. She was a nutter. I used to have a pit bull too, a really sweet dog. Never had any issues, but I don't know. Doesn't mean they're all like that. All right, I'm gonna head out for now, man. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me for a little bit. I'm gonna start for now until we get to a trial. I'm gonna start doing the trio stream. So if you want to be on Twitch, you can be on Twitch. If you want to be on Facebook, you can be on Facebook for now. And so I can do a test, because then when the trial comes around again next time, if I don't have any issues up until a trial, then we'll just keep doing it like this. Yeah. So yeah, I think that's it. And yeah, like I said too in previous streams, I'll pull the wrong date thing up. The Koberger stuff is coming up in June. Yeah, June 9th. June 9th, we gotta follow that up. And then June 27th, I think there's something. And then October 2nd is a trial. So we'll fill the gaps in between there. All right. Your dog's name was Penny. Oh. All right, man. I love you guys. Have a good night or day, whatever. See you guys later. Bloop, bloop. If there's a chase later on tonight, I'll hop on. If there's a chase, I'm gonna be out with family for a little bit later, but tonight.